So let's give a name to each one of these corners of the room. In this corner, we have what are called drivers, people who love results. They're after things. They want to get results. They want to achieve. In this group, we have expressives. Expressives are all about ideas. They're about having fun. They're about enthusiasm and energy. They're spirited. They're lively. This group down here, these are people that are referred to as amiable. They're easy to get along with. These are your team players. These are your folks that are really good at understanding what's going on in the room. And then you have in this quadrant the analyticals. Analyticals are all about getting it right. Think about it. They're questioning, they're pragmatic, but they're very thoughtful and they're objective. They want to get it right. So you can see that these four styles start to emerge. Amiables and drivers will struggle, expressives and analyticals will struggle. Doesn't mean they can't get along with each other. And in fact, I'm here to tell you that when the relationship is actually understood and leveraged, they're the best teammates you can get because they see the world in exactly the opposite way that you do. So these are your friends. These are the people that can teach you a lot. Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into each one of these styles. Let's start off with the drivers. With drivers, the thing about drivers, as I mentioned, they love results. They absolutely drive for results. They're very direct in their speech, in their manners. They're very dense in the way that they speak about things. They're results oriented, as I mentioned. They're competitive. These are your competitors. They love to compete. Sometimes being in conversation with them can be a bit of a competition. They're firm, they're strong-willed, but they're very cool under pressure. Very hard to rattle these folks. So those are your drivers. Look at expressives now. When you consider the expressives, they're intuitive, they're creative, they're enthusiastic about new ideas. There's bright, shiny things. They just love them. You know, they're optimistic, they're positive, they're high-spirited, lively. These are the folks that, you know, they don't like routine very much. They love new things. They're likely to be the first one in line to get a new iPhone, for example. Then you have the amiables. Now, our amiables, they're really good listeners. As I mentioned, they're your team players. They're very good at listening. They're very even-tempered. Takes a lot to rattle them. They will take time with decisions, though, because they want to get it right. They look for safety, and safety to the amiable means stable, means continuity, consistency. They're very helpful and very friendly. You don't even have to ask them. They're willing to help at the drop of a hat. Our analyticals, when you consider the analytical, think about it. They're great problem solvers. They are reserved. They're often quiet. They can be mistaken for introverts. We'll talk about introverts in just a minute, but you know, they're just quiet because you're thinking on the inside of their brain. They're not thinking on the outside of their brain like the expressive, where the expressive just puts an idea out there and see how it rattles around. The analytical thinks on the inside of their brain. They're very precise. They're exacting in the way that they work. They're very good at working alone. And, you know, they love a spreadsheet. They love nothing more than getting things organized because they're careful at decision making.